Hello, I am Akshara. My topic is about the directive principle of state policy. Directive principle of state policy is nothing just but the guidelines or a principle to given to the federal institutes to govern the state of India in social justice, economic welfare, foreign policy, and legal administrative matters. As the Indian Constitution is one of the longest written constitution of the world, these directive principles also plays a major role in this constitution, where its articles are from 36 to 51. And there is also one more interesting thing, that this constitution concept is borrowed from the Irish constitution, where the Indian constitution makers are very inspired by the independent policy of Irish government, and this constitution also established in 10th December 1948. Characteristics of DPSP is to create a social and economic conditions under which the citizens can good life, and also to improve their social and economic democracy of the state. And the classification of directive principle of state policy are categorized into three. First is social principle, second is Gandhian principle, third is liberal principles. And its articles are divided under these three categories. Implementation of DPSP is Land Reform Acts, banking policy, fixation minimum wages of the employees, welfare schemes for weaker sections, nuclear disarmament, Panchayati Raj, the Equal Remuneration of 1976, Consumer Protection Act of 1986, the 86th Constitutional Amendment of 2002 inserted a new article 21A. Now let us see about the articles 36 to 51. Article 36, which means the definition of the state, where the government, the Parliament of India, legislature, and all other authorities are under this Article 36. Article 37 is just about mainly it addresses the issues related to the children. Article 38 is to share a social order for promotion of welfare of the people. Article 39 has equal rights to citizen, ownership of resources, economic welfare, equal pay for work, children's safety. Article 39A is equal justice and free legal aid to citizens having economic and any other disabilities. Article 40 is just a small step where it can organize a village panchayat. And Article 41 is just to have right to work, to education, and to public assistance in case of unemployment, old age, and other cases. Article 42 is to the provision of the securing just and human conditions of the work and maternity relief. And Article 43 is about the living wages and the good working conditions for workers. Article 43A is the participation of workers, management of industries. Article 44 is about the uniform code for the citizens. Article 45 is about the provision of free and compulsory education to the children. Article 46 is about the promotion of educational economic interest of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and also other weaker communities. Article 47 is about the duty of state to raise the level of nutrition and standard living, which means the public health. Article 48 is about the organization of agriculture and animal husbandry. Article 48 is about the protection and improvement of environment and safeguard of forest and wildlife. Article 49 is about the protection of monuments and places and objects of national importance. Article 50 is about the separation of judiciary from executive. And last, Article 51 is about the promotion of international peace and security. And there are also a lot of amendments happened in the past few years, especially in directive principles. Let us see about the amendments. Changes in directive principle requires constitutional amendment. So both the bills are passed in both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and finally it is passed to the president, which all we knows. By 2/3 of member present and voting can make these amendments come true. Let us see about the Article 31C, which is amended in 42nd Amendment Act of 1976, seeking to the upgrade, is about overriding of fundamental rights that shall not invalid on grounds. They take about the court rule of 42nd Amendment to Article 31C is not valid and ultra vires. Article 38 was added by the 44th Amendment Act in 1978 of the Constitution. Article 39A is about the secure of equal justice and free legal aid. Is added in the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 of the Constitution. Article 43A, which implements to the security of participation of workers and management of industry, was added in the 42nd Amendment of Act 1976. Article 43B, which directs the state to strive for promotion of cooperative societies, added by 97th Amendment of Constitution of India. Article 45 ensures the provision of the free and compulsory education of children, which was added in 86th Amendment Act 2002. Article 48A, which ensures protection and improvement of environment and safeguarding of forest and wildlife, which was added in 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Article 49 was modified by the 7th Amendment Act 1956 of the Constitution. So let us see about the conclusion of the directive principle of state policy. Non-justiciable rights of people, guidelines to the central and state government of India, and it also not enforced by any court. It considered as fundamental in the governance of the country. It is the duty of the state to apply this principle in making of law, establish a just a society in the country. So overall view, the active state policy plays a major role in the Indian Constitution, and which is also a good idea to add it to the country. Thank you.